Coming up in today's bulletin, the National Nutrition Policy 2024 to 2029 was launched in Honiara today. The Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs launched the Legal Agencies Reform and Implementation Approach in Honiara today, and a delegation from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services recently attended the 9th Asia-Pacific Leaders Summit on Malaria Elimination in Bali, Indonesia. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Cheryl Berra. The National Food Security, Food Safety and Nutrition Policy 2024 to 2029 was officially launched in Honiara today. Andrea Mahanua reports.
The National Food Security, Food Safety and Nutrition Policy 2024 to 2029 was officially launched in Honiara today. The policy was developed by the Ministry of Health and Medical Services in collaboration with partner ministries, outlining key strategies and actions to ensure nutritious food are available, accessible and affordable to all Solomon Islanders. Minister of Health and Medical Services, Dr. Paul Bosawai, emphasizes the importance of proper nutrition.
The Ministry of Health and Medical Services really prioritizing this policy, which is the nutrition policy. Comes with food safety. Nutrition, as we all know, is very important to most low health Bloyumi people of Solomon Islands, not only for the Pekingese Bloyumi, but as Yumi or adults as well. We need good and healthy and safe nutrition for health Bloyumi. It is in the literature already proven that with people having good nutrition, usually in terms of health, Blokata improve compared to those that Watanogarem or accessing food nutrition.
Meanwhile, Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Franklin Derek Wasi, explains the ministry is committed to improving agricultural productivity.
Ministry hembarawa look sadlo food security na and sadlo production. If you look how Mifala go now, the ministry is directed towards not only local production, Mifala also addressing to that fala market side. So we are encouraging people to plant more, but in the end, no any market for him. So Mifala too like local that fala area. In so doing, Mifala under revolving fund, Mifala where Mifala here and finish, Mifala also addressing to part of transport. Make sure that all the agricultural produce are brought to Honiara. So that the farmers get them benefits blocked out from hard work blocked out.
Andrea Mahanua for SIBC TV.
The Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs launched the Legal Agencies Reforms and Implementation Approach today. The launch follows a recent Cabinet legal reform endorsement. Alex Dadamu has more on this story.
The Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs launched its Legal Agencies Reforms and Implementation Approach in Honiara today. The launch follows a recent Cabinet legal reform endorsement and precedes a workshop aiming to introduce the government policy for the reform of 5 key legal agencies. The legal agencies are Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, Public Solicitor Office, Registrar General's Office, Attorney General's Chamber, and Law Reform Commission.
To this end, I am pleased to convey that Cabinet has endorsed the reforms, and that's why we are here for the launching, and we have a lot of work ahead of us. And to convey that this marks the first major reform of our legal agencies since 1978.
Minister Rory expressed his confidence in his staff to effectively deliver on these reforms.
To this end, I have confidence in the ability of our highly trained women and men at our legal agencies to achieve these reforms. As the Minister responsible for the administration of justice and legal affairs, I am privileged to be getting these advices from them every day in the duty of saving our justice sector, and I am proud of them.
Participants from the Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs and the 5 legal agencies were present, including key stakeholders, line ministries, the Australian Department for Foreign Affairs and Trade, the media, and guests. Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
A delegation from the Ministry of Health and Medical Services recently attended the 9th Asia-Pacific Leaders Summit on Malaria Elimination in Bali, Indonesia. leaders from around the region, including Solomon Islands, reaffirmed their commitment to malaria elimination. Minister Dr. Paul Bosawai told SIBC News the conference is timely as the country continues to observe an increase of malaria cases.
So we will attend him on an agenda of how to finance elimination of malaria across the Pacific, but of course for Solomon Islands. As malaria now for Solomon Islands, Yumi Barawa increased for good in terms of our API history, and some with the finance that we have in the past, API blaming go to near elimination and then come up more and him go up as far as more than 200 now in terms of API. API stand for annual parasitic incidents, where Hemi talk about him now in terms of how frequent now you have malaria.
He explained malaria also poses negative impacts on the country's economy.
So there are two types of malaria that is common for us. One is PF, which 3 days sick leave, and PV, which you can go for 14 days sick leave. So if you calculate the lost time that affecting our economy, you could really see the figures in millions in a year.
Minister Bosawai acknowledged APLMA for providing financial support for the delegation's travel to Indonesia. In our next story, the National Parliament, through the Public Engagement Unit, organised a one-day training for mainstream media journalists in Honiara today. The training aims to equip journalists with oversight on the introductory aspects of Parliament, committees, procedures and media engagements. Alex Dedamu attended the training and filed this story.
Journalists from mainstream media were engaged in a one-day refresher training today by the Public Engagement Unit of the National Parliament. The training is aimed at providing an oversight on the introductory aspects of Parliament, committees, procedures, and media engagements. Jefferson Halu, clerk of the National Parliament, emphasized the importance of understanding the different mechanisms, roles, and procedures inside Parliament, including the need to disseminate accurate information to the public. Meanwhile, participants at the workshop expressed the significance and timeliness of the training.
This one is one important one for media, colleagues below me, and for me too, as a new and upcoming journalist, where me work alongside lo share information out to public, especially lo feel below me lo digital reporting. What do I say? Today was a very good day when every media come together and come for learn a lot of things about in Parliament.
Lomi by me providing opportunity for me learning too. Yeah, me as a news reporter, every time me cover Parliament here for report law what na happen in Parliament, but most of the time so same something we not sabe to. So this fella training or workshop where team of Parliament or can do for me fella the journalist. Me very happy too much for become one fella participant, because through this fella workshop by me broadening knowledge below me, for me understanding good now what na roles, functions and also below Parliament. Yeah.
Alex Dedamu for SIBC TV.
Opening a cover business was always in the scope of interest for Aldrin Piohite. After completing his university studies in Fiji, the young Solomon Islander began processing kava in Western Province, enabling local farmers to earn an income.
We find him a little bit challenging finding worker, like most of the young graduates. But then we just decide for venture into business, and we choose him kava because it's a new industry in Solomon Island, and I've personally enjoy drinking kavas myself, so that's why I'm choosing kava.
Piohite has gradually grown his business by opening the Kava Social Club in Chinatown, providing a space for kava drinkers to relax and engage in fun activities. The business now offers kava from a broader range of producers in the country.
Since then, we've opened them cover balo, yeah, demand them high. We just get cover anywhere from farmers across the country. So at the moment, our biggest supplier is Malaita, southern region and central region.
He encourages young entrepreneurs to support each other.
As young entrepreneurs, we should be supporting one another and just any way that we can support one another and to help each other, because at the end of the day, we believe that I'm something that I'm interconnected, even though the nature of business is different, but our networks is really important to help our business grow.
And now the latest in sports with Martin Taromane.
Round 2 of the 2025 SIBC Super Futsal League heads for its third week of competitions this weekend, after completion of all matches for second week of competitions last weekend. SIBC Super Futsal League coordinator Jason Oihanua confirmed this, saying all round 2 fixtures for the second half of the season will be played on Saturdays and Sundays at the SIBC Academy Multipurpose Hall.
Malo today, this weekend and now second weekend round 2 competition. Features semi continue remain same no more same no round 1. Saturday ben fala garem 3 fala matches and Sunday 2 fala matches. And now features round 2. For inform public noma or the teams or the continue for doing impressive performances league round 2. So you say come and support him or the teams play here safe court. I'm not blessed when fala host team na this fala SIBC Super Futsal League this year. So we kindly ask him the fans for teams, if you get time on Saturday and Sunday, so we can make a way come and play a safe court for support him or the teams play.
Moving on to football, and the 2025 season of the Sunrise Women's Premier League football competition edges closer to completion of round 1 matches. Competition coordinator Diane Kiko confirmed this to SIBC Sports on Saturday, saying currently they are completing all round 1 catch-up matches that were postponed early this year.
League, we already casting first season, which is last weekend. We already casting end of the season of round 1, and now we reschedule matches which is we have postponed due to bad weather and international tournaments that initially sort of go out to him, and now this week we inside the reschedule matches, and by round 2 before by kick off number 12 July 2025 second round.
Despite a few challenges faced in the first half of competitions, Kiko thanked all the competing teams for their cooperation and to Sunrise Company for their ongoing support towards women's football development in the country.
It's been quite tough for Nivala as well, but so far so good. Nivala come up with there are few challenges Nivala facing, especially the side news and timing Nivala games. It's not easy because some of us are facing challenges, like especially for the teams, and as organizer as well, we are facing a few challenges. But so far, through communication and work together with the teams and the managers and the coaches, so far so good. I'd like thanking Sunrise Company for sponsoring Sunrise Women's Premier League for this year again. We're really happy for sponsorship this year, and thank you to Sunrise for helping out the young women's play in the country for that for supporting for Women's Premier League for this year. Thank you.
Results for some of the catch-up matches played on Saturday meanwhile saw Frigates United FC picking up a 5-0 win over Kenyago United FC, RSIPF Royals FC trampling Haarosia FC 15-0, while Naha FC defeated former champions Kolale FC in their catch-up match. Martin Taromane, SIBC Sports.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.